to do? If you wanna build, I'm Bobby. If not, sucker, kick it in the lobby. I got a lot to do. I'm gonna watch what you gonna do. See, if you wanna build, I'm Bobby. If not, then chuck a deuce. You throwing off the vibe, vibe, vibe. Man, I don't die time. It's all about the vibe, vibe, vibe. All that I got time. I ain't got the goose, stack with me. Don't come through with bad energy. You ain't with the vibe, vibe, vibe. Don't waste my time. Yeah, what's good like making? In the making, a young tycoon that's sicker than typhoid and spit like a typhoon to the rain. Live in the streets where the money's hunted by drainages. If it's aimless, ain't a single thing that can change it. I'm changing it. Get your dollar straight and circulate, then gang with it. Aim for your partner, pocket and pop. That's dangerous. If you ain't with it, you throwing off the vibe, vibe, vibe. Man, I don't got time for that. It's all about the vibe, vibe, vibe. All that I got time for. I ain't got the goose, stack with me. Don't come through with bad energy. You ain't with the vibe, vibe, vibe. Don't waste my time.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the LA Chargers. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And a signal there for the fair catch, so this opening drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. McCray. That's complete to Chandler on the check down. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Well, this defense for the Chargers, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Chandler. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. They're a tough unit to throw against. Currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And hey, they were stingy in the opener. Didn't allow much of anything at all through the air. So now they come into week 2 saying, hey, let's see if we can do even better. Let's go ahead and get to that number 1 spot.
Here's Chandler on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Now Chandler. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd down and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Completes this to Addison out left. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
Now 2nd and 9. Back to throw. McCray, throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A first catch there for the NFL's leading receiver in Week 1 in terms of yardage. Also a first down. Jefferson going to go in motion right. And they'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. He's into space past the 25. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They run it with Chandler. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Ezra Cleveland, the guard, called for the penalty there. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Here's Chandler. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup that time, so he got more than half of it back, but it's still a 3rd and 8.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
On 3rd down, McCray. He gets it to Addison. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. DJ Chark, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 16. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got a man complete through the middle of the field and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the... And deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
To throw on 2nd down. McCray, he finds his man, complete. That's Chandler. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
To throw on 3rd down, McCray. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3 and out.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
2nd down and 8.
Here's Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And the Chargers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. They'll run again here with Andrews. And he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. His first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes the score 14-7. Now, after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
On 1st and 10, McCray. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
The intended target, T.J. Hockenson. That'll bring up 2nd down. Operating from the gun, McCray. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And that's incomplete.
1 down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going. The Charger drive about to get going. Now, their last 2 drives, both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
That big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Play action. It's Herbert.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn.
And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
45 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
And the tight end goes in motion left. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards.
That was a heck of a sprint. Tried to get to the end zone, didn't quite get there, just short out of bounds at the 2-yard line. I know the defense is relieved he didn't get to the end zone, and the guy who was carrying the ball, a little frustrated, he didn't make it.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Ty Chandler taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Vikings are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Meanwhile, Herbert's this throw taken in by Johnston. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Andrews. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. The Chargers at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener, and now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On the ground, Andrews again. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Now a quick throw into the hands of Jefferson. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down. He had the start to a season a week ago that everybody wants to have. NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Can he do it a second time?
He can. He absolutely positively can because of his skill set. When people adjust to him, he has a great ability to adjust himself.
Touchdown, Vikings! Jordan Addison, 30 yards. And the Vikings are going to take the lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Ball
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward. So
don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Pass hauled in by Johnston. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Herbert. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Lewis Cine. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Hand off to start the drive, but this is going to wind up being a reverse. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
With that kind of run on 1st down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Off play action. McCray. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Oh, and that is incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this 2nd half, and they trail as we get back underway. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the 2nd quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Now 2nd and 3. Now Andrews. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front. and allowed the secondary to get home.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Herbert now. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what...
That his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by J.C. Horn. Tough one there. 1st drive of the 3rd quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
They go play action here on 1st down. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 43 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Charger drive about to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now it's Herbert. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the 1st half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Complete to Johnston here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. They'll run it with Andrews. And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a 2nd and 6. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. They'll run for it with Andrews. Breaks a tackle. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Vikings are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McCray. Throw left side complete. That's Chandler. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Quickly to Addison here. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
That was a lightning-fast incompletion. He got it, he threw it, and it fell to the ground.
What's that expression, life comes at you fast? In this case, the defenders came even faster. Incomplete.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
This is really impressive because when the offenses are running RPOs, things move very quickly. Fake, ball's out of his hands, and they're trying to hit him in the gaps downfield. And instead, the defender reacts so well that he makes a play on it, and the ball falls incomplete.
Koo knocks this one through the post. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's
caught inside the 20. Touchdown, L.A. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chargers are able to cut into that deficit.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his 2nd touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep them in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And he'll elect not to run with it. And the fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Chandler. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Addison will go in motion left.
Off the play fake. McCray. That is caught. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd and 7. In motion right is Addison.
On 2nd down, it's Chandler.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 83 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run on 1st down. Chandler. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Now 2nd and 5.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Chandler, and he is out of bounds inside the 30. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. On 1st down, Chandler, and they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Well, now they'll try the end around. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Jordan Addison.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Vikings are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but
it got his man complete. Touchdown, Chargers. A big play there. 83 yards.
And the Chargers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
You've got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late. But they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The Chark goes in motion left. And he'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. McCray. Pass complete to Addison. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. An audible here to get a new look. On 4th down, McCray. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he is going to pick up the Vikings first down by a good couple of yards as they get 3 there on 4th and inches. They'll try the left side. It's Chandler. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 148 yards rushing for him now as he's toted it 21 times. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Asante Samuel able to make the play defensively. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Addison hauls it in. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to make it 4th down. Certainly some pressure here on Younghoe Koo. From the left hash, a chip shot here.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
At their own 13-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Herbert to throw.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That was one they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
Herbert.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked by Julian Love.
Then they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Well, I'm sure he likes his performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the 4th quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see, and other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
2nd and a couple.
And they'll go on the ground.
Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's